Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you all had just a safe and fun, guess a really extended New Year's weekend, and now we all got to go back to the grindstone. Trust me, I don't want to go back to work. Just wanted to keep these past few days of relaxation going for a little bit longer, but and that's not why y'all are all here. So this video is going to be talking about some shorter RPGs, because if you're like me, you have a full-time job and you're working, you're busy, you don't have a lot of time to be devoting to a lot for RPGs, when a lot of them are going for 60 plus hours just to complete them. Yeah, the average is around 40 hours for most of your RPGs now. But these I have right here are actually that you can complete them in less time than that. And so, get that out of the way, let's get right into this video. So the first one is it's a batch of 3 different games. I don't have them all physically because there was not a physical release for the second one, except in a combo pack with 1 and 2, or after the third one came out, there was one for all 3, which I didn't want to get a combo pack for all 3 when I had 2 of the 3, so I just don't have the second one. But I have played through all of them and beat them, and it's for Cat Quests 1, 2, and 3. You can actually beat all of 3 of these games. You can beat them in each in like 10 hours or less. But these are actually very fun. They aren't the toughest RPGs, obviously, if they are taking that short of a period of time. But the story for them, it is all very kid-friendly. The art style is very kind of cutesy. You're running around as a cat, hence the name Cat Quest. In the second one, you actually have one person play, because these are co-op. I forgot to mention that. Co-op RPGs. So it was me and my wife played these. In the second one, you get to be a cat and a dog. And then the third one, I can't remember if you were both cats. I think you are. And it actually gives you some where you actually get to control a ship. And so, like, for pirates and everything. So it's actually, each story is completely different, but the puns in them are very fun. There's a blacksmith, his name was Hato Doggo, which always just like cracked me and my wife up. And as you're going through killing the enemies, you get experience and money to buy for weapons, but you can also find weapons inside of chests. And you can upgrade your weapons and your armor that you're finding, customize them to however your playstyle that you want to be for that character. And so they're just really kind of fun games, and we had a blast playing through all 3 of them. If they come out with a 4th one, we'll probably get that one too. So, and then this very next one is it's a classic remake here on the Switch for Super Mario RPG. You can actually beat it, it's not very tough. Running through the story, you can actually beat it in under 20 hours for trying to get like all the secrets and everything, the quality of life features. But it is a very good game, very true to the original for the Super Nintendo, but it's got the updated graphics, and the visuals are a lot cleaner. The sound has been updated to be able to fit for the modern consoles and for what they are capable of. And the added features for having the combo massive attacks that you can do makes the boss battles that much quicker for you to get through. And how you can customize your characters when they're leveling up is really good too. And is the way it is, I can't describe exactly how it is, but there is a time-based element for it, based upon for the music. So you have to hit the buttons at the right times to be able to maximize your damage, maximize or your defense, so you're taking less damage, and it lets you know if you got it right or not through like from sound effects for the game. But still, it's just a fun time. If you didn't play for the Super Nintendo, well, you're missing out for that, but don't miss out on this for the Switch. It is a fun experience, a very fun time, and just really brings you back to that Super Nintendo days. Brings me back anyways, because obviously if you didn't experience it then, how could it bring you back? So then this very next one that we actually have, you're probably wondering yourself, well, what is going on with this one? And hear me out. So for Diablo 3, and the reason I say that it is a short RPG is because if you're just blowing through it, going through and getting through to see the story of the game, you can get through the story in roughly 20 hours. I think on the average is between 20 to 25 hours is what you could actually get it through. Because I know I had a lot more time in it. I was just curious. But after you beat the story is when the actual gameplay that you can maximize your time on this game. So you can have hundreds of hours into it. So if you're looking for an RPG to get your money's worth out of, that obviously then that's one for it there. But just getting through the story, if you're a completionist, you just want to get through, complete the game, yeah, you're looking at roughly like around 20 to 25 hours through just getting through the story. And if you don't know what Diablo is, it is actually an action RPG, and all your like moves, spells, and everything goes to all your different buttons on your controller. So you have to know which one is which. And you kind of get to assign them a little bit. But then, yeah, and it's in like the Gothic style. You're fighting demons, skeletons, zombies, just monsters with some kind of like epic bosses, and the amount of equipment that you can get are just, I have no idea how much equipment there is. I never got through it all, and it's just a fun time to be able to play and go through it, and a good stress reliever if you're just wanting to go through and just kill anything that moves. This next game was one that came up kind of recently, so, and it's not for both of them. I guess you can do it, but so this is for Suikoden, and specifically for the first one that's on here, because the first one you can actually get it to beat it within like around 20 to 25 hours. But if you're wanting to go through the second one is slightly longer. You're looking for like an additional like 10 hours on top of that. So you're looking between 30 to 35 hours, kind of pushing it for the mark that I wanted to make for, but still under 40 hours. So it's obviously, it is still just a regular, a very good game to be able to get. The updated visuals, quality of life features that they added into it, and while still staying true to the originals, is spectacular. And I consider it to be a must-play for if you're going through for the remasters for onto the Switch, and it's just a really fun time to get your turn-based combat, collecting all 108 stars if you want to get for the completionists out there, and how everything just upgrades and the story that unfolds. It's all just a really good time, and so I highly recommend you going and getting it. So this is the time. Take a kind of pause out of this video. I'll do the timestamp so you can skip this if you so choose. But I'll honestly just like to thank each and every single one of you for watching. Thank you to all of the old subscribers, the new subscribers. I've reached to 448 subscribers as of this recording. And I just honestly, I can't thank you enough for just everything. And so if you like this kind of content, you want to see more of it, keep me going, please do consider throwing a like on this video, share it with some people, hype it up, just kind of help me to get out there. And if you are someone new, please consider hitting that subscribe button just to help me keep going and growing. And really don't have a goal yet. I'm going to try and come up with one. I think maybe if I could want to try to aim for like 1,000 subscribers by like the end of the year. I mean, that's probably like a good goal. I don't know. You can comment down below if you think I can actually even hit that mark. So, or comment down below if you've played through any of these games, or if actually, I will save that for later because there's still more games to come. So why would I want you to comment about those specific games? So scratch that, and we are going to get right back into this video. So the very next one is another great remaster. I can't express to you how amazing I loved these games, or this dual pack here, but specifically for keeping it under like that 40-hour mark and everything. You have here the Lunar Remastered Collection. This was my first experience for playing Lunar the way that it's like been intended to be playing. I didn't play it for the Sega CD or onto the PlayStation, so I missed out on all the voice acting and the songs and everything that was in it. The first one I had was for Lunar Legends on the Game Boy Advance, and that was very limited for the capabilities you could get. So getting to experience these two games here on the Switch was just an amazing treat. I thoroughly enjoyed my time with it, and I believe you can actually beat the very first Lunar. It'll take you between like 25 hours roughly to beat it. And then if you were actually looking for the second one, it's slightly longer for like, yeah, it's another 10 more hours. So you're looking at roughly like 35 hours to beat that one. So it still comes underneath of the mark, but still just a fun time with the visuals that they have, staying true to the original. The story was intriguing, and just the voice acting and everything for this game and the music was just spectacular. I really enjoyed it, and I was happy when I beat it, but kind of sad when I beat it too, because I was like, there's not a sequel or anything. I would love for there to be a third one, but I don't know if that's ever going to happen. RPG fans I know would really like one. Can start a petition. We'll petition for Gung Ho to try to come up with another one. But I don't know if that'll happen. But the very next one was actually for a really surprising game when it came out. No one really thought it was going to do much, but then people started playing it, word of mouth spread, and became a big sensation. And that is for Sea of Stars. This was, I noticed, like a really tiny, I think it was a tiny indie developing company that actually came out with this. And the original, it didn't have a physical release initially. They didn't actually I Am 8-Bit came out with it, and they did a physical release for it. But the word of mouth and people wanting to play this game and wanting a physical copy just went out there, and it exploded. And so physical copies came out for the Switch and were released like this at retail, and that just made the popularity for it even better. And if you're actually wanting to beat this game, go through the story and experience it all, you're looking at roughly like 25 to 30 hours to go through the story and experience it. And that's not including the free DLC that I believe just came out not too long ago. I can't remember what it was called, but I will have to look it up after I do this video, and I'll probably put it down inside the description what the DLC was called. But it was just a fun time. You getting to go through and doing the experience for it just really gave me vibes of kind of like Secret of Mana, how you're just the different elements and how you're, I don't know, just the look for the game just gave me vibes for that. And but the doing for like the timed attacks on it is brings you back kind of like for Super Mario RPG, because you're having to push the buttons to keep doing like more powerful attacks and everything, and you're having to go through and try to break the people, which is kind of like for Octopath Traveler is the very game that comes to mind for where they have weaknesses. You hit those weaknesses, they stun them, and then while they're stunned, you can do massive amounts of damage during that time. And just a really fun time, really great game. If you haven't experienced it, I highly recommend that you do. And this very last game that we have is the remaster here for Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. I played the original, loved it. I played all the actually Paper Marios except for the Origami King. And I've loved the Paper Marios ever since, like, originally when they came out. And this was like one of my favorites. And when I heard that they were getting the remake and bringing it to the Switch, I was like, okay, this is a day one pickup. Both me and my wife have actually gone through and we beat this already, and just a really fun time. The story it's not like too developed, but it's not bad either. It's just, I don't know. I'd probably give it like 8 out of 10 for like this, for as far as like the story is concerned. But it's just has aspects that are really funny. You get to experience the Mario characters and that Mario universe in a completely different way than you've ever experienced it for like the Mario games. And that was what really initially drew me to the Paper Mario games, was just experiencing Mario in a completely different way. And I've just really liked it. And yes, it does have the timed attacks and everything in it too, for being able to defend, do more damage and everything. So I guess that was the theme for the for the RPGs for Mario. But it's a fun time experiencing the different worlds, the different companions you can pick up along the way, and just I can't give it praise enough that you should experience this if you haven't. And if you're actually looking for it pushes the boundary for that 40-hour mark. You're looking at roughly like 35 hours to go through and to get through the story and some of the extras and collecting some of the badges that you have to try to get to, and kind of like don't have to grind too much for it, but there's a little bit of grinding involved to be able to make sure that you're leveled up enough for some of the like the late game fights, just to get through it really easily, or easier. I don't think it was easy, but here we go. How many games I have? I don't know. It's probably like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So technically it's 9 games, I guess, unless you want to count the double pack. So then it'd be like 11 games. But that you can just go through and just spend some time, a little bit less than 40 hours is most of the RPGs that are coming out. And they're great RPGs. I would highly recommend anyone to go out and to pick up and play. And I think you'll enjoy them and have a fun time doing that. And so now I can get to the part. Comment down below if you've actually having these games, if you've played them, if you've thought about picking them up, and maybe you haven't done so. Maybe this video might change your mind. You might tip the scale for you wanting to be able maybe to get it and pick it up and play it. But just going to go through and throw that out there for y'all. And again, thank you so much for watching. And just, I hope you all have an amazing day, night, whatever time it is that you are actually watching this, that you're all safe. Know I appreciate each and every single one of you. And I will try my best to get along to get another video going as soon as I can come up with one. But I'll see you all next time.